going to have Coach Parker on here shortly. And while he's getting settled in, just as a reminder to our members of the media, if you have questions, go to reactions, or raise your hand. We'd be more than happy to call on you. Coach, thank you for joining us today. Would you mind starting us off with the opening statement?
Absolutely. Good to see everybody again. I would quickly just want to say and open up with wow to our Troy fan base. I think we had over 27,000 people at our home opener. The job done by administration and everybody to support us and get them here. Our student section, we grew it bigger and they made it for a hostile environment. And it was such a fun opportunity to start that way. Unfortunately, it's not the way you want the results to be, though. And you wanted to give that fan base their first win of the year and go. But so much to improve on from game one to game two. We look forward to making those corrections starting today and then move forward to a tough task we have against Memphis. I think the true sign of good culture and, of course, a good staff and players is how much do we improve from game one to game two as we go into this task at Memphis. So just want to mention how impressive it was to start here. The results weren't what they want to be, and we certainly work to get those better in our expectations. And with that, I'll open it up to you all. Thank you.
Appreciate that. We'll start off with Wes Pruitt. Wes?
Hey, Coach, when you look at Memphis, two things here. What's number one, what are your thoughts on them as a program? And then number two, what kind of challenges do they present to the Trojans this week?
Well, I think the thoughts of the program kind of stand on itself. There's a history there from my time at Marshall long ago and what they stood for. And, of course, I was a part of the staff at Penn State in 19 when we played them in the Cotton Bowl when Coach Silverfield got the job. So I'm very, very much aware of their storied tradition, their successful past, and the job he's done going into his sixth season. With that, I would say that the challenges are extremely high in every phase. They're gifted and talented, so it makes special teams play very difficult. Their offense is explosive with a veteran quarterback that's very capable of getting them in and out of good plays, bad plays, all the above, and he can throw the football, and he's a good runner. They've got special players at wideout, tight end, and receiver. At running back. They're good enough up front to beat you up when they want to, but also pass pro and give the quarterback time. On defense, they're multiple. I'm very familiar with Coach Hankins. He and I coached together a long time ago at the start of our careers at UT Martin. I know him very well. I know him to be a great man, a great football coach across the board. So a lot of challenges for us that we'll have to answer to be ready for this game Saturday.
Thank you. We'll go over to Sam. Sam?
Coach, obviously not the result you were hoping for, but is it reassuring for you to see Goose go through the 2-minute offense, be able to drive down the field, score that touchdown, and at least put you guys in a position for that potential game-tying 2-point conversion?
Yeah, you called it. I think it's anytime you go through growing pains that you go through in a season, especially with a lot of new, you're looking for responses and how guys finish games and how we play. And the approach by our defense to get a stop that got us the ball back to have the opportunity to tie that football game up was huge for us to operate in that 2-minute setting in a big moment and see your quarterback do that gives you a lot of positive things to pull from and a lot of energy moving forward. So it was good to see him operate that way. Not really a surprise based on how he's prepared and how he's practiced, but at the same time, it gives you some things to build on. Now we just got to bring the whole operation with us.
And then you talked about a lot of new. Damian Taylor's not new, but obviously first time as a featured back in the Troy system. How would you assess his performance this past weekend?
Well, I'm very happy for him individually, and then of course for our offense and what he will bring to our team. He brings a physical type and nature to him when he runs the football. Sometimes that gets lost when you're in fall camp. You don't get to tackle that much. So I think for him to defeat tackles, step out of stuff, and really do things with yards after contact is a sign of a great back and certainly what we believe he can be. And it was great for him to come out of that and do that. And I think we'll follow his lead with a physical style of running and who we want to be as a team as well.
All right. Thank you. And thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you all.
All right. If everyone would stand by.